Hello and welcome to my kitchen. This is my first recipe video of 2022 and I've been out of commission for a while because I ended up getting COVID during the holidays and I wasn't feeling very well, so I'm sorry about that. Everyone in my family was sick with COVID, so I ended up doing the cooking even though I wasn't feeling very well. So I was looking for one pot recipe, something easy to make and something that would satisfy everybody. And that's how I came up with this recipe of carrot, coriander and potato soup because it's simple and it's so delicious. So let's get cooking. So I'm going to be making this soup in my Instant Pot, and to get started I just need to prepare my vegetables. And for my vegetables I'm using 6 medium carrots, 3 celery stalks, 1 medium-sized onion, 1 medium-sized potato, and I like a little bit of ginger in the soup as well, so I'm going to grate some ginger in there too. We're going to chop up all these vegetables into small pieces. So now that we've got our onions, carrots and celery all chopped up, we can go ahead and start cooking. So I'm going to heat up some olive oil in the Instant Pot. And I'm using olive oil just to make the soup vegan, but you can add butter, you can add oil, or you can add ghee even. I'm sure it would taste amazing with some ghee in there, but I'm going to use olive oil today. So my Instant Pot is turned on the saute mode on a normal setting, and I'm going to add some olive oil to the pan. So about 2 tablespoons. After the oil's been heating up for about a minute or so, we're going to throw in all the vegetables that we've just chopped up. Now while the vegetables are sauteing, we're going to chop up our potato. And you can tell that we're not chopping them up into really tiny pieces. Just like about 1 centimeter thick. And the reason I add potato in this soup is to help thicken up the soup a little bit. Just keep stirring the vegetables every now and then. You don't want them to brown necessarily, but you do want them to cook up so that it doesn't taste raw when you're eating the soup, especially the onions. After the vegetables have been sauteing for about 5 minutes, you can add in the potatoes and grate in the ginger. So I added about 1/2 teaspoon of grated ginger in here, and because I like cumin, I'm also going to add 1/2 teaspoon of ground roasted cumin. Now my vegetables are starting to stick in here, so I'm going to add some water. Alright, so I've added 3 cups of water, which is about 700 ml of water in here. And I'm using my favorite stock cubes, which are the Knorr brand of stock cubes, and these are the vegetable ones. So I'm going to add 2 of these stock cubes in the soup. You can start out with 1 if you don't like it too salty, but I've made it before and I like it with 2 in there. So we're just going to break this up with our fingers and crumble it inside the soup. Then we're going to switch off the saute setting, cover the Instant Pot and set it to be on pressure cooking for about 5 minutes. And while my soup is pressure cooking, I'm going to chop up some coriander. So here I've got a small bunch, and once I've chopped it up, it'll come out to about 1/4 cup of coriander chopped up. But if you really like coriander, you can definitely add more. Now the soup's finished pressure cooking for 5 minutes, and you can let the pressure release naturally, or you can expedite it by moving your pressure valve But if you do that, be very, very careful. If your Instant Pot is more than half full, then it could splatter everywhere. So I recommend that you do let it release naturally. Having said that, to expedite my video, I did move the pressure valve. So my pressure is almost completely released, and what I'm gonna do is open the pressure cooker and I'm gonna add in the fresh coriander. And I've got my immersion blender handy because we're going to blend it up a little bit. So this is how it looks once you open the pressure cooker, and you can see that it actually looks quite watery, but once we blend it up, it'll look just fine. And I'm going to add the chopped coriander in there. We're gonna give that a mix. And then using your immersion blender, blend it up a little bit, and be very careful because it is very hot. You can blend it up completely into a fine puree, or you can leave some chunks in there. It's your preference. Once you've blended it up, then go ahead and set your Instant Pot on the saute mode again, because we want to cook it up a little bit after blending it. We're going to add a little freshly ground pepper to the soup. And then once it starts simmering a little bit, we can taste it and adjust the seasoning as we like it. All right, it's just simmering, so I'm going to give it a little taste. It's good, but for me, I think it needs a bit more salt. So rather than salt, I like to add some more of the stock cube because there's plenty of salt in there. So I'm going to add half a stock cube in there. But when you add it later on, you have to make sure that you break it up properly. Otherwise, someone's going to get a very salty bite. And there you have it, a quick and easy lunch that's full of vegetables and so delicious. It's easy to make and makes you feel warm inside out. And if you want to add some protein to this, you can definitely add a handful of lentils in there. You can add tomatoes in there, whatever you like. So be creative and enjoy cooking. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you all soon for some more cooking inspiration.